1:34 to go in this third period. 3-1 Moose on top. Not time to hit the panic button yet, but there's a high stick off the faceoff. No. And play continues. Oystrick will hit the high stick. Now he's going to take the penalties. He goes in. Bulldog and they have a fight. Oystrick and Bulldog. Oystrick landing some lefts with his parents in the building. Bulldog comes back with a couple of rights. Both lids are off now, and a pretty good scrap.
Bulldog, a tough customer too. They missed him dearly in the playoffs last year in the finals, but Nathan Oystrick, we've seen him dangle with fisticuffs. Bulldog now just holding on for dear life.
Yeah, isn't he?
Oystrick was very upset when the puck was in the air. Bulldog went to sweep at it and clipped, I believe, Oystrick in the face with his stick. That was not going to get called. And Oystrick came back at Bulldog, and I believe if I am right here, Nathan Oystrick will get an extra 2.
Yeah, you see that.
Initial clip we definitely see. Nothing was called. The play's still going on. Oystrick says, I got to get back, and then he decapitates with an elbow of Bulldog. The initial penalty, and then pretty good lefts by Oystrick. He had to switch up.
They put the replay up on the big board where I think the line staff saw what happened.
Yeah.
And now Francois Charron, the referee, is talking to his line staff.
Well, they're not supposed to do that. They're not supposed to watch what happens and make a decision after the fact, because there certainly was not going to be a call. Now, it would definitely favor the Wolves if they do give a high sticking penalty also to Boulder. But that was not going to get called because the puck possession and the turnover ended up being almost a 2-on-1 right in front of that. Otherwise, they would have called that immediately. It should have been a call immediately for a high stick. It was not noticed by the official. Play resumed, and they have called it even now. So there's a bit of a makeup call after missing the initial one.
Archer's cool elite pass for Matt Anderson, who dished a couple nice plays in period number 1. Johnny Pohl will get the puck in deep. Now gets in on the forecheck, and the puck was turned over. Anderson coming away with it. Out in front of the backhand. Drive goal. Shoots. He scores. His second of the year. Postman able to knock it free. Said it started with a slash, and then he blocked the shot out in front after the slash, so he doesn't know what broke it. Out in front! Bozak scores, and we're 2-1. Jumping down the wall, England. Otrain back up is Hansen. Mikas. Send it across. England shoots, he scores! Krog, Sterling, and Pohl up front. Stapleton and Oystrick will work the point position. Krog has it, steps into a shot, rebound in front, Sterling shoots, he scores, a quick response to the man advantage for the Wolves, 12th goal of the year for Brett Sterling. That talk is with Chelios, his shot off the blocker of Angelich. Didn't get a good look at that one.
No, he was the last second throwing the blocker up and just got enough of it. Good play by Chelios. He waited for the screen and bodies to get in front.
Now rolling out, Stalmer shoots, he scores, and the boys are up 3-2. To the point now with Nathan Oystrick. Oystrick to Stapleton, who picks up on the half board, centering feet, picked off. Boys 2 tries, couldn't get it past Oystrick. Moved over to Krog. Wolves setting up on the power play with 45 seconds gone by. Krog shoots, he scores! A laser from the captain, and we're tied at 3.
The shot was in the air again. That's so quick, hard to pick up on your screen. Really strong play by Postma and excellent recognition. I'm surprised Sterling tried not to one-time that. He held on to it a little bit and couldn't settle it.
Now Stewart shoots, he scores! Happy homecoming, Anthony Stewart!
Oh boy, that is why the Wolves need to shoot.
Bozak will be the shooter, 1 for 4 in the season. The rookie right-hander coming in. Deke, and he scores! Evan Dole, 0 for 2 in the season. No work in. Slowly shoots, he scores! He's back on track.
Beautiful shot.
Greg Scott in the 7th inning will get a try, his first of the year. Working in, backhand, he scores for his second of the game. Stewart working in, Deke shoots, he scores! He's money in his hometown, the A-Train. The captain his first try of the year. Working off the angle, a big glove there. McIntyre. Hacha, 0 for 1 in the air. Works it quickly, shoots in a glove save. Angelich answers McIntyre's leather. Juraj Mikus will get the opportunity. Nearly forced himself off sides, and he gets the goal.
Similar move to the goal that went in earlier underneath the pad. Puck never got off the ice.
Osafo will try and tie it again for the Wolves in the 10th round. The left-hander, first try of the year, slowly shoots, and an Islanders win.
How many guys went to the glove-hand side, and he stopped them all? The only guy was Kevin Dole on a pull and drag to get them back into it. But overall, the Wolves will sneak away with a point after having a poor second period. Got themselves back in with a strong third and an excellent penalty kill in overtime. They were just tremendous during that 5.
Oystrick, who sends the puck over to Krog, lit the lamp to tie the game at 2. Oystrick shot, broken up on in front. Sterling, follow-up try. He shoots, he scores! The Wolves on the Embark power play grab a 1-0 lead. It took 12 seconds on the man advantage. Ron Storta, our executive producer back in Chicago, confirming for us. So that's coming from long distance there. Third power play of the game, they connect. Off the face-off, Cronwell lets it go, and we're tied at 1. Each team is struck in the man advantage. So some chance now from the faithful here in Abbotsford, with the home team knocking the game up at 1 aside. Anderson behind the net, pass out in front. Stapleton shoots, he scores! So the Wolves with a quick answer. Tim Stapleton, his 24th goal this season.
And they ended up just jumping around in a couple of opportunities after that.
Cronwell slotted down the wall. Cunning in the corner has Jaffrey in the slot. Works to the line for Cronwell, stepping away from Mahachek. Moved over to score. 9.2 to go in this period. Face off on the stick side of Menino, comes back to the line. Cronwell, 2 points in the game, slides it in front. And somehow Vandergoek missed a wide open net. He had Menino down, and Menino will cover up with just a 1/10 of a second to go. It went to the backboards. Now Welch a drive, and that hit traffic on the front. Right to Postma, a shooting gallery, and Chance got the stick on that.
That was a skipper too.
Now it's Dole fresh on the ice at the dodge shot, stopped by Chance, and he gets the whistle. Stapleton knocks it out in midair, following up is Anderson. Stapleton across the ring, crab backdoor for Anderson, and it doesn't connect.
Oh, nice intent though.
That one skipped over the stick of Anderson.
It's a little too much steam.
Stapleton and Crab force a turnover. Crab has the puck, moving behind the net, out in front. Anderson in tight. Chance fights it off. Anderson scores!
Light's never on. Light's still not on. The referee's pointing to a goal. There it is.
There comes the line, and Anderson, a huge goal for the Wolves with 98 seconds to go in the third. Had the shot advantage in 5 straight games. Now it's Osafo. He shoots, he scores, and just as Billy called it, the Wolves grab the lead. It will not be a power play goal, but it will be an even strength tally. But it's played back in by Armachier. AJ Watt coming away with it. JD Watt, excuse me. They score. Another goal from the point position, and it's Gord Baldwin, I believe, who got that one. Murray, middle of the ring. Had to play it over to the right side for Stewart. Pushed up ice now by the Wolves, 2-on-1. Krog out in front, back in the shot. He scores! It arced over Chance, and that was in.
He's not calling it a goal. He did not see it. The referee did not see it. The light never went on, and it didn't go on yesterday either. Both linesmen now talking to the referee, and that puck was certainly in.
Nathan Oystrick just came over and tapped the glass of the goal judge. We'll get a look at it on the big board there, and it was in.
Absolutely in. It's a great pass and an awkward shot, but it climbed over Chance's blocker and then up and over his body into the back of the net. It actually bounces past the goal line in the white paint.
Goal played up, a step for Osafo. His shot blocked by Chance, rebound. It's loose at the top of the crease and swinging back where they hate to pick up, and it's Colin Stewart laying the charge back the other way to Baldwin. He scores! Colin Stewart set it up, and Baldwin finishes off his second of the game and now has 2 goals on the year. Hunt sending it to Postma. They switch spots. Now it's Anderson down low for a Crab. Out in front, Anthony Stewart shoots, he scores, and we're tied. Finally, the power play pays off, and it's 2-2 with 12:54 to go in the third. Evan Barlow just called up from the ECHL, so he'll get his first try in the American Hockey League. A left-hander weaving off the circle, shoots, he scores. Down by a goal in the third round, Crab kick, shoots, he scores! And we're tied at 1 through 3 rounds. Anthony Stewart, 3 for 3. The A-Train tying the game in the third, working into the fourth round. Deke shoots, he scores! And the Wolves can win it. Garth Murray will be the shooter for the Heat. He is 1 for 1 on the season. Working in, back in it, he scores to tie it. Colin Stewart gets the call. His first attempt of the year for the Heat. Coming in with Spade, back in a shot, he scores! Mahachek will be the 9th shooter, 0 for 2 on the season. The right-hander will work off the left side, cutting out in front, and a stop by Shantz, and the Heat take it in the shootout by a final of 3-2. The Wolves will win this season series, but they fall tonight in a shootout as Billy dances here. Welcome to you back, but
look where we are. We're in no man's land. Penalties being called out of that because we've got Jeff Smith, and what a game it was in Toronto with Jeff Smith.
Yeah, no power plays till late to the third period.
And the first one just hit.
Shot from Postma, tips, they score out in front. Postma, a seeing-eye shot. Perhaps a little bit generously listed at 5'10". From a guy who was 5'9", and
he grew.
I don't know that I look up to him. Russell in, the other way, they score! Russell on a beautiful feed. There's that transition game that's connected all year long for Hamilton, and they tied at 1.
Nice play by Dole up against the boards. He had 2 men he was having to defend. They wanted the puck, and he shielded them off with his body and then poked it out to the neutral zone.
PK Subban creates it. Beautiful feed, and it's fired home by Wyman. All the legwork done by Subban, who now has 6 points in 4 games against Chicago.
I'm not sure if he mesmerized everybody, but a little bit tired too, but a nice try for John Pohl as he did put himself ahead of Bell, who's a very speedy player.
Absolutely. Grant Stevenson speeding in, centering bid, ends up back at the point. Benoit, quick low shot off of McIntyre, rebound, they score. Glumac gets a second crack in, and it's 3-1.
Well, I hate to reiterate the point, but you got 2 guys with a puck in front of the net and only 1 Wolves player, and you're outnumbered and having an easy time of it.
Pacioretty back the other way. But a good effort by Pohl.
Yes.
As now Mahachek weaves in, angling right, trying to step around Weber. Pass to the slot. Dole shoots, he scores! The hard work of Mahachek pays off with Kevin Dole lifting it over the left arm for his 11th of the year. Chelios in the neutral zone. Johnny Pohl has a 2-on-1 with Krog. Pohl into Krog. Quick shot. He scores! Transition pays off for the Wolves as Jason Krog buries his lucky 13.
Well, finally they're able to catch this defense napping, moving up the ice, and you mentioned transition.
Jason Krog to take the face-off against Grant Stevenson. Stevenson won the draw. Henry shoots. He scores. A clean face-off win gives the Bulldogs the lead with 94 seconds to go.
Incredible.
So the Wolves will have to try and rally a final time here in the third period. McIntyre looking towards the bench as Chicago will throw it in. Stapleton after a loose puck. Henry's shot from the line now comes out in front. Crab shoots, he scores! Woo! Joey Crab answers on a beautiful feed from Stapleton. How about that?
Oh my goodness.
Are these the best 2 teams defensively in the league?
4-4.
Kevin Dole 1 for 6 on the season. Game is in his hands right now, ringing in, shoots, he scores! He answers the call, and the Wolves will now need a save in the 5th round to get an opportunity. And Sean Bell, who won it the last time the Wolves and Bulldogs faced off, will get the call. Batting cleanup. Bell quickly will work in. stick hill. He shoots, he scores, and he ices it again in a shootout.
Two to the blocker's side, the last two, and that's the angle they came in on. Left-handed, coming down the right-hand side, moved in across, and
so right now it's Krog, Hadar, Postma, Pettersson, and DeVoe out there on the man advantage for the Wolves, scoreless in the second period. Hadar saucers it through. Pettersson will move back behind the net with it. Up top for Postma. Quickly over to the captain, Krog. Krog leading the team in power play points. Back to Postma. Now Pettersson to Krog. Back in a shot off the post. Krog shoots. He scores! So he rings the iron, follows up, and gives the Wolves a 1-0 lead. Kulda will jam it back deep. Knock the stick out of the hand. Now Ross with a 2-on-1. Drops it off for Kulda. His shot in the slot broken up. Boy, Mahacek was camped out back door. Now he has it. Mahacek lets it rip. Sanford is saved. And now Ross trying to bank it in. And Sanford holds his ground. Wolves avoid the pressure. Henry uses the glove to hold the zone. Now hands it off. Opportunity. Dumont missing the mark.
luckily Conboy alone in front, no one near him.
Fournier had it roll off his stick, off of Matheson, and you know Peter Menino's got it dialed in. He makes that stop. Pacioretty leads the team with 5 power play goals. Carl's shot held on to by Menino. Good point by you. They are working much harder in this one. Back in now. Dumont cutting in. Menino again has the answer. Mahacek. Ross down the slot. Mahacek shoots. Pad save. Ross scores on the rebound. And it's 2-0 Chicago.
I think this hits Ross's skate, but he's stopping and he's got a man with him.
Working across the line. It's Palushai taking it deep. Now a centering pass. They score. Pacioretty sneaks it in. And it's a 1-goal game. And here come the stuffed animals onto the ice. A special promotion for charity here in Hamilton. And they had to wait nearly 43 minutes to throw them on. So it's Ross, Matheson, and Cyphers out there defensively for the Wolves. 35 seconds to go in a 5-on-3. Desharnais looking right quiet. Pacioretty couldn't get it over the pad of Menino. He dives out and covers. And now a centering pass. Cyphers is there to break it up. Mahacek has an empty net out to center. Will fire it, but it was blocked. 3 seconds to go. Ross takes it away, and the Wolves will pick up a win against the top team in the North Division as Peter Menino gets a well-deserved congratulations from Cyphers. 2 points for the Wolves, and a huge game from Pistol Pete.
Yeah, absolutely. This is his game. He made some unbelievable stops, and this is what you would love to.
3 shots on goal, 2.5 minutes into this opening period, all by the Wolves. As Nigel Dawes breaks it up at center. Another 3-on-2, the Wolves onside. Krog drops it off. Dawes a shot. He scores! Yes. Nigel Dawes gives the Wolves a 1-0 lead with his 7th goal of the year.
Well, the light did come on, but then the green light came on. I'm not sure why that would happen.
Lashoff has the puck now. He'll serve it over. Mueller returns it to Lashoff. Now Mueller stepping into a shot blocked by Kulda. It pinballs the left wing board. Zigomanis. 35 seconds to go in a 4-on-3. Blast got through. Rebound Mueller. Oh, what a glove save by Menino. Left-handed larceny once again for Pistol Pete. But there's 4 officials on the ice, so we'll give them the benefit of the doubt that it hit the Wolves player. Off the face-off, tied up in the corner. Bolovic trying to just keep it lodged there, kill some clock. Reaching in was Cormier, digs it free, shovels it up ice. 3-on-2 shorthanded. Hadar has the puck. Masson joining the rush, takes the feed, walks in, he scores! Mark Masson's first goal for the Wolves is a shorty, and it's 2-0 Chicago.
Oh, that's a beauty.
Aaron Hadar out there with Garbett and Cormier. The faceoff was won, but pulled over the stick of Postma, and Postma will regroup. Postma led all players in that first period with 5 shots on goal. Mentioned coming into the game, he was 3rd in the AHL among defensemen. Turnover out in front, stop. Rebound, Cormier shoots, he scores! Grab the puck, his first pro goal.
Well, there it is. It's still available. Somebody get it. There it is. Big Bo is going to grab a hold of it.
Ozapo gets to a loose puck in his own zone. Actually, Mahacek, and now Mahacek gets it back. He'll slowly come out to center. Now he finds Ross. Ross looking for a second gear, cutting out in front. Short-handed, he scores! The second short-handed goal of the game, and Ross Doss, outstanding, finding another gear around Zigomanis.
Well, that's exactly it.
Up top, Richmond to Capote. Ross shoulders him, but right to Richmond. Richmond lets it go. Menino the save. They
High
score.
stick, high stick. It's got to be a high stick. That was up in the air.
Dawes hit hard by Crabbe. Boy,
I thought it was a leg.
that was almost knee on knee,
Yeah.
but both appear to be all right. Crabbe now a huge hit, and Dawes is going to go after Joey Crabbe. Joey Crabbe, we've seen it for years in Chicago, the way he plays.
Well, Dawes has met a Crabbe for the initial hit, but I thought could have been a penalty.
Dawes landing some rights, now has his sweater over
Wow.
Crabbe, and the line staff has to break that up, and they do.
Crabbe will be out of here. That his jersey's up and over and out of that block that's supposed to be on the tie down. So Dawes, he's really upset with Crabbe, and the attempt on the knee, I thought initially, and then this huge hit. Matheson slow to get up, crunching him into the boards, and that's when Dawes saw that and said, that's enough. That's a pretty good fight for Nigel Dawes. You mentioned Joey Crabbe's been a tough fighter, and we've watched him so many times win some huge battles.
Yeah, we're kind of surprised at this measuring stick game that the Marlies, with 31 points on the year, have come out and been a little sluggish. Now Akeem Alou takes away from Brennan, breaking in. His shot stopped by Runas. Centering pass. Kozik shoots. He scores. A well-deserved for Andrew Kozik. Final 10 seconds of this one, and the Wolves are going to pick up win number 7 in their last 9 games. So things starting to come together on the road for the Wolves. A 5-1 final in Toronto.
Well, not just a 5-1 final. This was sheer domination until the third period when a few things developed in the Marlies' favors, and that was really just a power play. But the Wolves, I thought, toyed with the Marlies. The first 10 minutes, 15 minutes of this game, it was all Wolves, and it was the best I think we've seen this team play. They were fantastic, and they went on to just play so well overall. A terrific game for them.
So how do you get going for Don Lieber now? You're 7 minutes in and you've been shorthanded for most of it.
Biggest problem right now is getting guys involved. There's been some guys that haven't seen the ice yet, and that's very tough.
Now a break back the other way. Work it in. They score. Logan McMillan, his third of the year, and it's a teddy bear toss night, so we'll have a delay as Abbotsford grabs the lead. Movement by the Wolves, looking for a breakdown. They find Hunt. His shot out in front, off of Leland Irving, and picked up by the Heat. Out of the sin bin, on a break. Here comes Pelech in. Deeks, he scores. So center to Saint, and it's Abbotsford up 2-0 as Pelech gets his second of the season. Bouncing puck in the slot, picked up by Mahacek, blocked again. Krog controls now his wrister, hit Esposito in front, still loose. Yes. Mahacek shoots, he scores! Spencer Mahacek, a happy homecoming, and the Wolves striking the power play.
Well, persistency. Stick just snapped in two.
Dawes turned over, now Nemes picks up shorthanded, trying to stretch across the line, has an angle, scores! A shorthanded goal. So the line combinations continue to be juggled as they look for a little bit more offense. Setklink at the line, uses the skate to hold his own, walks in, fires a shot off the traffic, played on in front, Dawes scores, he banked it in, and the Wolves once again are back within one. Yes. Matheson up ice, 4-on-4 play continues for another 25 seconds. Mahacek knifing through, puck rolled away from him, he collects and dismisses short side, ran out of real estate.
Doing a pirouette too, nicely.
Postman shot tipped in front, Mahacek rebound, kicked away, Dawes shoots, he scores! Nigel Dawes has tied the game at 3. Controlling now for Abbotsford. They work the left side, back to Seabrook. One-timer, kicked away by Peter Menino. Big stop there on Cameron. Now it's Brody serving it up for Seabrook once again. Now Brody back up top. Seabrook shoots, he scores. The Heat win it in overtime. Keith Seabrook. Jamie Cyphers keeps it alive. Wolves changing up some of the personnel as they maintain pressure. Esposito backhand shot. He scores his second goal of the season, and the Wolves have a 1-0 lead. 5 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. Controlled by DeVos. Shoots. He scores. scores! Andre DeVoe with a second to go in the 5-on-3 makes it 2-0 Chicago.
On this play, I knew the Wolves wanted to get a change there, and that's a nice play by Irving to move it right back up the ice.
Stefan Meyer back in his shot, looking around. Menino, and it's in. A tough angle, and the Heat score the power play.
Should never score there after all that great stuff that happened. That's an angle. That's a corner shot.
Pinned up. Garbett swinging in, supporting the cause again. To the line. Matheson able to hold the zone. Garbett back deep for Hadar. Hadar looking towards the slot. Nobody there. Wolves changing up some personnel. Hadar banks it out. Yes! Garbett shoots. He scores! Ryan Garbett camped out in front. And the Wolves back on top by 2. Now Postma to Krog. Middle of the blue line. He'll wind and fire back door. Dawes shoots. He scores. Wide open. Tape to tape. So crisp, so clean, and 4-1 Chicago.
What a disguise that was of a slapper by Jason Krog at the point.
Cameron has a one-time blast, blocked by Cyphers. What a play there, but he couldn't clear it back out.
He's hurting too.
And he stays on the ice as Brody has it. Wolves get a player back. Backdoor play. They score. Matheson will walk in for a closer look. Backdoor tip attempt by Krog. And it never reached Leland Irving.
A couple of funny bounces off those tips. Straight up in the air.
Nice. Postma, nice pass to Matheson. Then he's hit late. DeVoe tips, he scores! So the Wolves striking the power play and have a 5-2 lead.
What a nice play by Postma to release the puck as he got nailed by Brody.
A 5-2 victory for Chicago despite being shorthanded 9 times. They win on the specialty team, scoring 3 goals on 8 power plays themselves. He was very talkative as Dawes comes in. His shot turned away by Samford. He got up slow, so Samford still a little slow. And in front, Mahacek shoots, he scores! Spencer Mahacek has given Chicago an early 1-0 lead. He gets the puck to Matheson.
Great hands on to keep control of that puck, to keep everything going offensively.
Nice play. Yes. Esposito tips it home. That was a set play from Boris Vlahovic. Back-to-back games with assists for Vlahovic, and he looks a little bit like Paul Coffey.
Maybe a little.
Brought in by Davies. 3 fresh forwards, DeVoe, Hadar, and Davies. Krog and Postma stand point position. DeVoe knocked down. Hadar will cut out in front. Tried to left the shot, no block. Then it ricochets in. Darren Hadar or Davies will get the goal. The Wolves have their 3rd lead in the game. And now hit was Andre DeVoe.
I think Henry went in and just pummeled DeVoe.
Up top, Postma. Laying it over to Jason Krog. Krog back to Postma. Drive, he scores! Paul Postma's done it again. His 5th of the year. In back-to-back games, he's got power play markers. Face-off won by the Bulldogs.
Enquist every time too, I believe, winning face-offs. Was recaptured.
Hadar has it now. Saklenka shot, he scores! Mike Saklenka powers it home, and the Wolves are now 3 for 8 on the power play.
In this one, Zigomanis, beautiful pass across, shot from Ollie, and this was the first goal of the game after Drew McIntyre was spectacular. I still think it went off Artur's Kula. And on the power play, a blast that's tipped in. It's a pretty quick replay. It's going to be sharp there. The Koznick shot, and what a play by Ryan Garbett.
Hillary plays Krog at the center dot. Kick 3, back to the line. Laid over to Stapleton. He lets it rebound. Oh! Yes! Rebound! Krog shoots! He scores! The captain comes through in the clutch, and we're tied at 2.
Unbelievable.
He's up with speed. First shootout attempt against Drew McIntyre this year, and he stops it with the left hand. A goal and assist. Now the shootout. He shoots and scores.
The glove inside too. What happened?
The left-hander will bring it in. Out of Rice Lake, Wisconsin, and another glove save by Drew McIntyre.
Oh, that's a pretty one, too.
Nigel Dawes will break in right at the gut, shoots, he scores! A save here by McIntyre, and the Wolves will win. Another left-hander breaking in, weaving, and McIntyre picks up win number 2 this season, 4 for 4, and the Wolves win it 3-2.
Wow.
Have an AHL high 5 come from behind wins when trailing after 2 periods of play. In fact, 6 of those instances they've been able to pick up a point. There's a first power play goal. So much for getting a kill and then a little momentum going in your favor. Rosa has the puck. In the corner, Zubrev gives him a shove. Up top, Nolan Baumgartner will walk the line. Rister through, he scores.
You know, it's a beautiful play here. Baumgartner does what he should do. He moves to the middle of the ice to get a better angle. There's no traffic in front of him. The shot gets through, and it somehow eludes everybody.
On the rebound, try for Davies.
What a great effort by Lack. That puck laid there. Looked like it was going to be maybe an empty netter, but he steered it off.
5 seconds ago, Matheson shoots, he scores! Matheson broke up what was a well-deserved shutout performance by Eddie Lack. Now Krog on the left side, back up top for Postma. A lot of movement. Dawes, one-timer, tip, got through, loose at the crease, picked up. Esposito's shot, blocked off the traffic. Back up top for Postma. His settling shot, scores! Paul Postma sneaks it home, and the power play again able to connect for the Wolves. They have 3 goals in regulation time against Manitoba. Over to Krog. Final 2 seconds as Postma controls deep slot, lets it rip, rebound again, Deveau shoots, he scores! It will not be a power play goal, it's an even strength marker, and Andre Deveau has given the Wolves a lane. Circle around their goaltender Drew McIntyre, who stopped 14 of 16 and leads the Wolves to a 3-2 win. Now it's controlled by Mueller. Hustling as Schrader takes it away. Swinging behind the net. Out in front. Big save. Rebound. Sweat shoots. He scores. Bill Sweat gives the Wolves the lead 1-0 as he nets his 13th of the season.
Wow, what a start.
Andre drops it off across the line. Return pass from Colburn. Broken up. Geisbergs keeps it in. Swung across. Running down on the stick with Zigomanis. Then somehow he snaps one off quickly, and it caught the glass. 2-on-1 here for the Wolves, shorthanded. Duco comes away with it with Hadar. A couple Ontario boys, and Duco rips it off the post. Shot by Connaughton, he scores! A shorthanded goal for the Wolves, and they're up 2-0. Connaughton's 12th of the year. In back-to-back games, the Wolves have a shorty.
How about that?
So both teams now 0 for 2 on the afternoon on the power play. The Wolves leading 2-0. A shorthanded goal by Connaughton in the last penalty kill. As a blast blocked by Davies, and he's off to the races. Back is Holzer, the defenseman. Toe drag, Davies shoots, he scores! The Cape Crusader comes through again for the Wolves as Mike Davies makes it 3-0 with his 10th of the year.
What a sacrifice initially defensively, making that excellent block. And sometimes, you know what, you serve a penalty, you put a guy offensively in the box because you never know when you're going to get a chance. And Davies stayed on after that penalty and then made the nice play in his own zone, making the block and then flying up the ice. And what he does so well, I thought initially with his good speed, he should go to the net. He brought Holzer over and utilized him as a big screen.
Baumgartner hustling back. We'll get to the loose puck first. Works off a hook, but couldn't clear it out. Now it comes straight to Wilson. His shot off the mask of Lack, and Lack able to cover. Lack came across strong there, and he's upset with the stick work.
Power play time, you get extra room and time, you get it in the zone. And
now a 2-on-1. Scott out of the sin bin with Kadri. Kadri to Scott. Shot blocked by Eddie Lack. Oh, another big stop by the Wolves netminder. Raider turned on the afterburners, controls the puck to Sweat out in front. Just missing, and it's nudged up ice. 3-on-2 for the Marlies. They race in. Zigomanis drops it off to the trailer. Kadri cut into the slot. Back in the shot. He scores! Kadri picks up the goal. He's got the last 3 for the Marlies, and he puts them on the score sheet here.
that is huge.
1 goal through 2 periods. So far, Hamilton leads the team with 10 power play goals, put it down low, and they score from behind the net. Dupuis puts in his 10th of the year.
Well, that certainly changes things.
Acton using the big frame, protects the point. Geisberg shot. Got through. Lack made an awkward save. Now Engel put it out in front. A nice redirect by Orr, stopped by Lack. Colburn winds, fires Lack the save. Rebound trapped to the side of the net. Black gets the whistle. 5 minutes to go in the third. The Wolves clinging to the 1-goal lead. Now 23.4 to go. Zigomanis and Reinprecht will do it again. Nice clean win by Reinprecht. Baumgartner couldn't get it out. Hamilton has a chance. Diving to poke it away was Matheson. Baumgartner again, crisply ahead to Reinprecht. Make sure it gets out to center. He has it in the neutral zone. Empty net shot blocked. Miller's going to pressure here as it swung out to center. Cut off. It got hit by the linesman. Miller's shot just missing the empty net. But the Wolves will win the game 3-2. They hold on. Back-to-back victories for the Wolves, and they will remain in first place in the Midwest Division. A week ago on Sunday, they had the chance to do it. They could not sweep the Charlotte Checkers, but they win back-to-back games this weekend, and they now are officially first.